What's going on? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Tone, and this is your weekly gear news update. Last week we didn't have one, and I don't even know if we had one the week before. There was just not a whole lot going on, and I wasn't just gonna make up stuff, but we got a lot of really cool stuff this week. So let's jump right into it. Harmony, getting back into things and being very cool as normal, have just released their Blue Valve combo line. There's going to be 3 of them based on 6L6 tubes. They're all tube combos. They're based on 6L6 tubes, a 50 watt, a 20 watt, and a 5 watt. I'm excited to see these. I'm curious to see what they're actually going to be like. They look fantastic. I'm not sure what pricing is going to be at the time of making this video, but super killer lineup. And I'm sure they're not going to be super expensive. Speaking of not super expensive, I think at like somewhere around $400 US, you're going to be able to get the new Headrush MX5, which is their kind of miniature, smaller version of the bigger Headrush footboard that has all the effects and amp simulations in it. This one's going to have 50 guitar and bass amp simulators, as well as like 66 effects presets, and of course it's going to have all the routing and effects loop and all the cool stuff and the expression pedal built in. Headrush has been really cool for folks who want to kind of dip their toes in the whole modeling thing. I have a few friends that use these and they really like the bigger ones, so having a more attainable one for folks to kind of, like I said, dip their toe, foot, I don't know, it's a foot switch, into the digital stuff's cool. I think you should try one. Maybe we'll have to get one of these. Although, stay tuned for later in the news. There's something I want even more. I'm sure if you are a guitar player, you know what the Ernie Ball Music Man Valentine is. It is the dude from Maroon 5, you know, his signature model. Well, they came out with some bold new graphics. I don't normally do bold new graphics stories, but Airplane, they are super cool because they're super sparkly. Look at the colors, decide if you want one. They're pretty cool looking. We go from pretty cool to sort of odd but cool over to Fender Japan, and they're going to kind of re-release, or I don't know what you want to call it, reintroduce the Supersonic shape. With a limited run of guitars. If you're not familiar with the Supersonic, it's sort of like an upside down Jazzmaster, if you will. It's got some humbuckers, one of them is crooked, and it says actually Fender on the headstock, which is backwards. They're somewhere around $1,200 or $1,300. There's not going to be very many of them. They come in a few colors. If you're into this sort of wonky thing that is still very cool, you might want to grab one of these if it is available where you are, because I don't know if you're going to be able to get your hands on one very easily. But, you know, if you like weird stuff, this is cool. I like weird stuff. Let's go even weirder, since we're talking about some weird stuff today. The Retic Guitars Voyager is a modular guitar. We have seen many iterations and attempts at making this cool. I'm just going to leave it up to you in the comments, okay? So this basically is a guitar that you can take apart and put back together and put various pickups in it, swap pickups out. I saw this thing at Summer NAMM. It is interesting. Let me know if you would use this, because I think the idea is very cool, but the trick is, how much would you actually use like a swapping pickups, swapping controls guitar versus actually just getting a different guitar? Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Maybe that will be our question for the day. So let's get wonky with some sounds. Strymon has come out with the Zelza Super Duper multi-dimensional phaser. I did not know that you could have this many dimensions of phaser. You know, all of us who are the older folks around here probably just remember a phaser with one knob, the orange one. It's the one we all know and love. Why do you need all these knobs to do all these various phaser-y things? I don't know, but it sounds awesome, and I think you should try this because weird sounds are cool. And I'm just kind of reading up on this thing. I think it's just you're gonna be able to shape the tone of this thing a lot better. I don't really know much about it, but I do know that phasers are cool. I need one. I was just telling Leslie yesterday, we were in a guitar store and I saw a phaser and I almost bought it. But here's another one to try. And for pretty much, in my opinion, the headline story of the week, Fractal Audio has released their FM9, which it's their floorboard version of like their Axe-Fx, right? So it's a quad core thing, where have we heard that term before? It has 100 effects or more, and it literally has thousands available of all of their amp presets and cab collection and all that sort of stuff. But it's in a floorboard version. The last thing we can kind of think of from Fractal on this is the AX8. This is gonna like blow the AX8 out of the water, and maybe some of the other competition as well. I have my eye on this thing because I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned in a couple of videos ago that I was thinking about buying an Axe-Fx. But now this thing came along and it sounds very, very interesting. They're using their Cygnus amp modeling technology, and the idea behind that is it's like their latest iteration of it. It's supposed to improve the feel and all the things that tube amp guys worry about with modeling stuff. This stuff is getting better and better and better, and this is Fractal's latest version of it. I am excited. It's $15.99 and I think it's available now on the website. I'm gonna give this one some serious thought. We have been having a blast on this YouTube channel lately. I don't know if you've noticed. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Kind of a lot of new content. We've been doing a lot of different stuff. Maybe some of the stuff is a little bit random. This new thing I'm trying, I released a video yesterday. I want to start going to guitar stores and basically just doing quick first impressions videos of various pieces of gear. We did it with the new Epiphone 335 inspired by Gibson. I'm actually thinking about buying one of those for the channel. But that's the first one. Let me know if you like that kind of stuff, because I want to do it again. If you have ideas for kind of first impressions videos, I will go find it and I will make the video, because I think it's kind of a fun way to do it. It's not an in-depth thing. Obviously, you're in a guitar store, you're trying to deal with all the noise around and stuff, but at least it gives you a good idea if you don't have one of these in your area, whatever it might be. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell next to it so you know when we get new videos. If you hit the like button, that really helps the channel and it really helps you as a YouTube consumer, so please do that. And I guess we will see you in the next video. Oh yeah, go to the links below, cables, guitar stuff at Dylan Talks Tone, all that stuff. Using those links below really helps the channel as well. We'll see you in the next video.